that weird?
Oh, wait.
That's hilarious. Alright. I'm doing the cardinal sin of playing video games before I finish video games. However, I set money aside for this. How are we doing, San Francisco? Wanted a way back. Did you 2 plus 2? Whoa. Try to touch a dude. No. Unreal Engine. That WY's and Cryware. It's redeemed. Those are one of those signs of death. Bandai Namco is already pushing it. WiiWare kind of redeems it. Havoc, a little bit concerning. Cryware, I'll accept it. Unreal Engine, you could go either way. Flower dude. Yep. Flower dude, eat that ass and do. Eat them out, pull it down and throw it out, do it route. Hello, Boston. I'm about to go on a fucking rant. And I'm gonna get triggered over this image. And this image is probably simulacrus of all the issues. How's the temperature? The outside is currently 75 degrees. Yes, a rant from the get-go. But this is being caused by what I'm looking at on Twitter. So, I just pulled up an image. This image is pissing me off. Honestly, it's nice that the Mad Mew fight got different difficulty settings for everyone. Makes the game more universal. Default, nicer bombs, meaner bombs, ultra hyper omega nightmare hell demon Satan's gas or apocalypse mode. Delete the game from software. 25% yellow, 75% red, and call green. This person is doing a meme. However, what they're actually speaking to at the basis of the point of the post is the reason why game difficulty as accessibility and accessibility as difficulty is a fucking sham. Effectively, assuming that people don't know anything, we're going to lay it all the way out for the people who are playing the home game. If a game has opposite settings, opposite difficulty, whether it be for the file's save state or a particular state of play against a particular enemy caused by choices that you make, if it outright becomes easier and or more difficult, and therefore the outcome of the fight has different outcomes because of choices that you've made that either increase or decrease the temperament and general difficulty of your content. Thank you. Then that is a choice that was made with intelligent design by the creator on purpose, purposefully, to create that situation. I don't know what the fuck's going on with my picture. Refresh. Refresh. It was part bouncing around correctly. Oh no. It is a choice. There it goes. It's a choice. It's a change that was done on purpose to create an outcome. It is the difference of what in the past they would have called mocking you for easy difficulty. This is just the other card of the coin. A reward for being a better gamer. Now, the only real options are nicer bombs, default bombs, and meaner bombs. Because the follow-up of this joke this person made is, I wonder what happens if you play on this difficulty. And the joke is that, haha, if you beat them on this difficulty, what happens is you have sex with Pink. But that's actually a meaningful choice. That's actually something that people would love to be rewarded for. I'm not even sure I can show the image. Well, technically I can. There's one way that I can. I click on the Twitch button before I do this. That's how I do it. Okay, so the joke goes, it's great that we have options so that the game is more accessible and universal. The person shitposting goes, wow, I can't believe that if you beat it on this difficulty, you basically get to have sex with the character. And then somebody made this animation. That's a wild course of actions, bro. That's a wild course of actions. But that's basically a hentai protagonist, is what they just did. That's the joke. The joke is, haha, wouldn't it be funny if you just basically got to have sex with this character? That's what would happen in a hentai protagonist game, which is what the majority of these people are basically asking to play, because that's the target audience in that situation. We live in a time period where people basically are shitposting about something that already exists, and they're calling it something else because they want to avoid the consequences and the humiliation, and try to say by a different word something that is easily understood as the correct reward for good gameplay. Just because I buy a video game doesn't mean that I'm going to be given the ability to just play that video game and not have to get good at it. As we're going to see with the game that's going to be played in front of us today. Games, plural. This has happened thousands of times. Thousands and thousands of times to Kinetic narratives. The difference is, Kinetic narratives are fucking movies. So, what's the difference between me pressing a button and then pressing a different button at a different time? That's not enough of a viable difference of decision making in order to create the simulacrums of the video game. It's not. It's just not. This is what choices matter video games do. For something like a Metroidvania, that requires you to have hard keep skills, I'm going to press the Twitch button now, you have to learn how to be good enough to be able to get to the end game. And if you're not good enough, well, then you don't get to fucking get the content. Pretty simple. It's a pretty easy solution. Alas, I live in a universe of infinite fucking babies. That's not what I typed, game. That's disappointing. Here's another case example of exactly the point that I just talked about. This is journal mode. This is the default setting most people will play on. This is for people who want to prove something. This is for people who want to very much prove something. The ability to change it after choosing it means that I can renege on my choices instead of being forced to live with it and possibly starting another save file. Assuming this game is the kind of game that makes a master file and then saves other files. The conversation on difficulty is just fucking obnoxious. God forbid that I want to feel challenged. God forbid I decide to dip my toe in and find out how hard it really can be. No, everybody's going to be crushed down to the same baby gate mode. Mail. Camera only. Camera only. Camera reset. Movement. That's an attack button. That's a standard attack button. This is a screen. These are options. You only change difficulty when you're in town. Teleport to a safe location, as though it's possible to get stuck in the terrain. Prioritize graphical fidelity or performance. The player. 8 HP. Plus stamina. Target lock on. Target movement. Target jumping. Target sprinting. Standard light attacks. Extra attacks. Dodging.
やっと来たか。遅刻か。いい度胸だな。
クラーク怖い。
あ、すまん。
新米くんなんだから優しく優しく。でもやっぱここってすごいでしょ。この感じなら遺産ってのも期待できるよね。ワクワクだ。
He thinks this character is about to experience a very, very quick
歴
death.
史だと僕は思います。エリフ見ました？あれ何が描かれてるかわかります？おそらく太古の戦争ですよ。
出た設定マニア。
いやいや、この遺跡本当に素晴らしい発見ですから噂ですら聞いたことないし、つけられた人全然いないんじゃないかな。とにかく期日まで時間がない。俺らは希望についたでかい扉に向かってる。無理はしなくていいがなるべく早く来いよ。
そんじゃ先行って待ってるね。
They don't all explode that exciting minefield. However, I do not like what's going on with my camera control. I'm
こっ
pretty
ち
sure
は
it's my
もうすぐ
fault.
扉に着くぞ。
ねえねえ聞いてよ。隠し部屋を見つけたのにもう荒らされてた。ワイズ君の情報微妙だよね。ここはまだ誰も来てないってデモじゃん。
そこまでは言ってないでしょう。たどり着いた人が少ないです。ハイエルフの遺産が一体何なのか誰も知らないんですから。それでも俺ら以外の誰かは到達してる。負けられないな。
遺産は絶対もらう。でワイズ君、その遺産って奥にあるんだよね。
はい、伝承通りなら守護者が守ってる
Will
は
you
ず。
two ever stop
この
talking?
辺はコ
Jesus
ボルトって書い
Christ!
てあるからおそらくはその親玉かと。
And it is
行
indeed
け
a
ば分かる。
soul fight,
急ぐぞ。
as that
一
was
人
not
は不
paused.
安だろうが気をつけてこいよ。
Blood just yapping. Blood just yapping non-stop. Oh, I'm gonna scan for you to tell me to dodge.
こっちは着きました。いやー、この扉だけでも迫力ありますね。
待って。私先の様子見てくるね。
はい、勝手に扉開けて行っちゃいました。まったくあいつは。俺らは待ってるからな。
何が入ってるかな。
She's gonna
待って
kill
待っ
me.
て。ちゃんと周囲の確認をしてからですよ。
はいはい、分かってますよ。なんだろう、音が聞こえた。
音？おーい、サーユー。すまん、ちょっと見てくる。扉に着いたら待っててくれ。ごめんなさい。一人は嫌なんで僕も行きます。
It's a little bit like Dragon's Dogma combat. To a degree.
来るな。やばい、こっちに来るな。
And now comes the raping. Rape, 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 rape,
ダメだ、来るな。
rape.
来たらお前もついてて強い。
こんなの信じられない。
油断した。絶対に許せない。すまん。もうダメだ。お前は
What's my map button?
死ぬな。
Do I have a map button? Select? Nothing. Light stick? Nothing. Trigger? Nothing. Shield on the guard. Nothing on this switch. Assuming nothing in the pouch. No explanation on the windows. Inventory. More than likely they'll clear my inventory after this mission, but it always is important to grab everything when you're playing on a harder difficulty, and I'm not really seeing the change of difficulty at this moment. Starts rumbling. Time to see how they got raped. Let's open the door. See how they got raped. Look at him go! Cutscene merchant, cutscene merchant.
ふう、危なかったな。広い場所だ。
See,
二
I
人じゃ
want to
ギ
press
リ
the
ギリの
skip
数だ
button.
っ
If I
た。
press the skip button,
ところ
it
で、
might
あんたはソロ
skip
か。
the entire cutscene.
やっぱりな。言っちゃなんだが、さっきの戦いっぷりはソロのそれじゃなかった。先にパーティーメンバーがやられて一人になった新米冒険者。そうだろ。こっちはソロでやってるんだが、まあニュービーを見捨てていくのも主義じゃない。このまま先を目指すってんなら一緒に行かないか。もちろん遺産は山分けってことで。俺はイオリだ。よろしく。
Back to camera one shit.
さて、残り時間も少ないからな。気を引き締めてお宝ゲットだ。おっと、その前にもし HP が減ってたら回復しておいた方がいいぞ。回復結晶は持ってるよな。
Number available in crystals and indicated by this is reset upon resting in safe area or warp terminal. So I've used 2 so far.
まあ、このダンジョンをクリアするまでは危なくなったら俺の結晶で回復してやるから安心しろ。
And now into the party member. Any information on that game? No. Just what we guessed it. Prologue. After exploring the ruin, the protagonist heads towards the rendezvous point to meet up with their friends. Iori. Grin Embrace deals medium damage surrounding enemies with assistance. More HP has, higher damage dealt. Create a zone in which HP is gradually restored for a set period of time. So we've got Emerald, Clay, Arequipa, Leaf, Sacred Bounty. Allegedly, I have a sword skill. Swing down diagonally, landing a crush attack that deals 160 plus 200% of attack damage. Select key to assign this to. So why can't I see that? I have to assign it here? So how do I access that sword skill? Begin to tell you, Carl. The game should let me experiment.
So れじゃあクエストを進めようか。右上のミニマップに点滅しているアイコンが見えているだろう。それは目的地マーカーだ。
Yes, I surmised that, Yori. Markers indicate points of entry you can visit. They can be seen on the Flinty map and the full map. Can you tell me how to open the full
とに
map?
かくそこへ向かえばクエストが進行する。そうそう、こんな風に今まで学んだことはメインメニューのチュートリアルから確認できるぞ。わからなくなったら確認するといい。
Display the main menu by pressing the start button. Here, manage your skills and attributes, sword skills, and more. Press the button I've already been pressing to display the map screen. You can check the detailed map of the area at any time. Adding markers will add pillars of light that you can see in the overworld, making it easier to find your destination.
それじゃ行ってみよう。
You had to wait until exactly that moment to allow me to find that fucking tool. How dare you?
おっと、またコボルドだな。ヘビーアタックは使ってる。ヘビーアタックはナイトアタックより威力があるが、その分隙もある。相手の HP が減ってもう少しで削り切れそうなところを使えば効率よく敵を倒すことができる。
Standard heavy attacks. Press R2 to unleash standard heavy. Powerful, not only leave vulnerable, but also consume a large amount of stamina. The possible number of combo attacks depends on your grip weapon style. The attack is destructive. You can destroy parts of enemies with a break marker. Now, perform a unique heavy attack chain by using the following inputs. Your light attack followed by your heavy attack.
俺は手を出さず見てる。しばらくは好きなようにやってみな。
That combo looks so dog shit. Why would you tell me to use that combo?
エアリか。回避もいいが、ガードでしのぐって手もあるぞ。
You defend against enemy attacks by holding down LB. Upon a successful guard, stamina will be depleted relative to the strength of the enemy's attack. If your stamina is completely reduced while guarding against an attack, a guard break will occur, leaving you open to attack for a considerable number of times. That volume is a little bit too loud. Now is better. Also, chests. Still leaving there.
あれはコボルドトルーパーだな。あいつの盾は正面からの攻撃をあらかた防いじまう。そういうやつはフラッシュアタックでガードを崩す。そこで切断マーカーが表示されたらすかさずヘビーアタックで腕ボタンを飛ばしちまえ。
By pressing and holding R2, a crush attack will be unleashed upon release. These attacks are truly powerful but consume a lot of stamina, leaving you open a considerable number of times. They greatly reduce an enemy's guard, making it easier to guard break. When attacking a guarding enemy, a guard break will be displayed. The gauge is lowered by unleashing attacks and break effects, such as crush attacks. When a break gauge is fully depleted, a guard break will occur, leaving the enemy wide open to attack. A marker indicates that parts of an enemy can be destroyed. Executing destructive attacks on parts displaying this break marker will destroy them. Break markers trigger in a variety of ways, depending on the enemy being fought, or one enemy may be vulnerable to guard breaks, another may need to be knocked down. Did I take damage from attacking its back? I think I did.
ち、また来たか。2体は厄介だ
Still
な。
not at the chests.
そろそろソードスキルを使ってみるか。精
Try
神
sword
力が削ら
skills.
れるが、
Game told
その分威力は通常攻撃の比じゃないぞ。
You know what would be good, game? Showing the menu for the option before the enemy is allowed to attack at me. Powerful weapon techniques that consume SP are sword skills. Press RB and RT and or A while holding down LT to perform the skill assigned to that input. Additional skills become available as your weapon functioning increases. Skills can be assigned and reassigned via the main menu. Player's mental fortitude is SP. Using sword skills consume a varying amount of SP relative to the skill performed. SP will accrue when attacking enemies. Did I get an assist? No? Fuck me? Okay. Oh, now you use fucking health. They wouldn't kill you during the prologue, would they, Carl? Anime games would. If it's a real anime game, yes it would.
いい感じだ。お、宝箱だ。開けてみろよ。
It's a trap.
おお、ポーションか。冒険者必須の。
Items that can be used during quests show a variety of effects. Press the left, up, and right directional pad to use the consumable assigned to the input. Press and hold to change that assigned item.
ところで、あんたの仲間だが、何人かいたんだよな。コボルドなんかにやられる連中なんか。
I don't know, Iori.
いや、勘違いしないでくれ。あんたの仲間が弱い。あんたがそうだったみたいにソロで乗れないときついな。パーティーだったら大して危険じゃないはずなんだよな。おっと、またこぼるのか。集中していこう。数が多いな。そろそろ見てるだけってわけにもいかないか。俺もやる。こうしてほしいってのがあったら遠慮なく言ってくれ。
Players can equip various abilities. You can only bring one partner on a quest. If incapacitated, partners automatically revive after some time has passed. However, you can speed up the process by approaching them and pressing X. Your partner's focus was represented by the diamond-shaped gauge. High focus allows them to avoid enemy attacks by dodging or guarding, but they will become more vulnerable to attacks as the focus gauge depletes. An AI command for partners is prioritized in free mode. It prioritizes between the enemies the player is not locked onto. Alternate between free and switch by pressing Y. This mode can be used to great effect when weeding out individual foes in a group or when concentrating attacks on a single enemy. Staying in free mode for an extended amount of time will cause your partner to become exhausted. Their focus will diminish, lowering their chances of dodging and guarding successfully. Yup, that sounds like fucking a skill designed for Dragon's Dogma to me. In switch mode, an AI command for partners allows them to prioritize the enemies the player's locked onto. Alternate between free and switch by pressing Y. In switch, attack priority is transferred between you and your partner upon a successful dodge. You will always attack first. This mode is useful if you wish to split damage dealt to strong foes evenly between you and your partner. Alternatively, you may want your partner to wait until you've gone on the offensive before they start attacking the enemy. In switch mode, any focus your partner loses during exhaustion is gradually restored, increasing their chances to dodge or guard successfully.
敵の攻撃をタイミングよくガードすればパリーになる。その時が連携技スラッシュチャンスだ。
With a shield equipped, press LB just before an enemy attack lands to parry and stagger your foe. Attacks that can be parried differ between each enemy. Parry Slash. A slash technique that deals high damage. Pressing X within a set time after a successful parry will trigger a follow-up by your partner. Enemies hit with a parry slash also will be greatly staggered. Follow the action guide to time your parry slash correctly.
他にもマーカーがついた敵の攻撃に対して発動させるスラッシュもあるぞ。機会があったらやってみようぜ。
Reversal Slash. A slash technique that deals high damage. When a blue ring appears during an enemy attack, press X with the right timing to execute a reversal slash, repelling the attack and granting your partner a window to strike. Enemies hit by a reversal slash will always be greatly staggered.
問題ない相手だ。確実に行こう。
今だよ。
おりゃ
はっふっせいやっはっ今だよ。
ここで
That feels really floppy.
一匹
It's extremely
なんと
slow.
かなったな。
And the camera being sloppy does not help.
大丈夫か。ちょっと無理したな。こいつは手強そうだな。手がなくスイッチでいこう。怖いな。コンビネーション。
Combination skills. Extremely powerful weapon attacks made in conjunction with your partner that consume combo SP. Executed by holding the F trigger and pressing Y. Combination skills vary depending on your partner. An icon will light up and you have enough combo SP to perform a combination skill. Combo SP can be accrued by attacking enemies. Combination skills deal significant damage to elite and boss enemies. You can view the range of combat skills that activate on your position by holding down Y. You can also cancel activation by releasing LT when the indicator is displayed.
おうさ一緒に行くぞ。しかい攻め続けろ。
That was a ring. Another opportunity. Another one failed. We will learn to get it right.
ここで攻撃だ。これやらなきゃな。攻めるぞ。はっはっはっはっせい。
What?
攻め続けろ。落ちた。まだいける。攻撃だ。
Man, that cancel's bad.
決まったな。いきなりでやれるとか。やっぱり俺たち相性バッチリだな。
Hides, items. That's really bad camera system. I do not like this camera system. I guess I need to make sure to use fucking lock camera. I don't like it. But see, multi-combat means I need to see what's coming towards me. I guess I'm just gonna have to get good.
開けるだろ。
Money.
こ の感じ
I
久々だ
love
な。
money.
ずっとソロでやってたから
I
な。
love being paid to
別に
work.
一人が好きってわ
I
けじゃ
love
ない。
money.
まあ、
Not as much as I love
けど
women.
組んで
And food. I slashed the dude and cut him in
あんた
half
ば
with
か
my
りで
rock.
まだ早いか。
I love
でもな、
murder.
仲間がいたら情報も集めやすいし、この遺跡だってもっと早く来れたはずだ。仲間は他にいないんだよな。だったら俺たちが最前線かな。
So the answer is no. They will not murder you during the beginning of the game.
ほっほっ
Amplifier
あ
is
れくら
exactly
い
how
なら
this
いい
works.
練習台だ。
フレンチ
わかった。それ。勝った。ほっほっ。お、セーフティーエリアだ。先はまだありそうだか
Is
ら
this
な。
now what we're learning
少
what
し
save
休んで
points do? Yes, it is. Getting this shit up, starting this shit off fresh. Is this the only job? I don't know yet. This is the beginning of the game. Hello, Avalon. Is this one of those anime series games where you make your own character while the original protagonist is still around? I don't know, Swiftwind. The name of the game is Echoes of Minecraft. No spoilers. Jade's giving an update. Resting at a safe area will recover your HP and replenish your healing items. The last safe area you rest at will also act as a checkpoint. Should the party fall in battle, they will respawn at this location. You should have permadeath. And I know that permadeath exists for this game because part of the fucking thing that they sell you for basically a game start code, which costs $20, is basically an expansion kit and access to unlock death game early, which basically is permadeath. And now a forced cutscene. Probably. Feels like it. No? Okay. Rest, return to town, rest. That's just the standard rest cutscene. Yes, it is. So you get a choice between going back to town and
フリーで戦おう。
continuing
わかった。こっちは任せてくれ。
200 HP, 200 stamina, 150 SP.
スイッチで行こう。
了解だ。公園に着く。
No. Linear Strike. This is based on the weapon I'm wielding. This is obviously the weapon I'm currently wielding. This is if I had a dagger. This is if I had, what, a mace? An axe. No, it looks like an axe. That's an axe. That's supposed to be a mace, but he's holding an axe. Confusion. Here's what I'm gonna do. Oh, so it's no, it's only for the tools. So it doesn't work like that. So it's what I'm wielding. So I'm wielding a sword, so I can't use some skills. Monsters high caliber, normal mobs, significant threat, turn and run from one, exchange you down relentlessly. Represented on the minimap with this icon shown above. When they become aware of your presence, alert effect will player on the screen to signal you've been discovered. Bosses of the highest caliber. They have hairy slop bars. Trigger a battle with one, and you'll be trapped in the boss arena. You cannot leave until it's defeated. Bosses are represented by this icon. Enemy cursors will be displayed when you're locked on. The more it shines, the larger difference between enemies attacking your defense. For being discovered by an enemy, actions, such as sprinting and dodging, will start costing stamina, blah 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 blah. Mobs, blah 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 blah. Things, blah 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 blah. Items, blah 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 blah. Skills, blah 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 blah. Follow-up combos, combination skills, sword attack skills, examination, blah 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 blah, and resting, blah 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 blah. Be aware that resting causes all enemies to respawn. Okay, so this is in fact a Souls-like, with the exception of deleted bosses. Bust a nut.
この感じ
Bust
気
a
をつけ
nut.
この先にいるのはボスクラスの敵だ。今までいた奴らとはわけが違う。
Arena.
やばいと思ったらすぐに声をかけてく
Unable to
れ。
access
い
during
つ
an
でも
event.
サポートする。
Support skills are partner abilities that consume SP. Each partner has their own support skill with varying effects. Hold down LT and press X. An icon will light up when you have enough support skill to do the support skill. Certain support skills can be activated multiple times if you have enough SP. Being displayed here displaying the thing.
よし、気合い入れていくぞ。
フリーで戦おう。
わかった。
スイッチで行こう。
こっちは任せてくれ。
I'm going to assume I cannot parry your attacks. Excuse me? I was trying to attack? Game? Ow. So, attack that can just hit me. Block it, so get hit.
分かった。
That one was blocked. Well, we can't block. The leap in is supposed to be counterable. And I have to assume that there will be another enemy like this again. So let's get used to the timing now. Nope, failed it. I need the timer for that one. So it's just not locked on me. Now he is. There's the reversal. Anticlimactic. The combat
こ
system
い
is
つは
absolutely
なかなか
quirks.
珍しいな。 あんたは何か手に入った？
Can't parry an attack if you're not the one that's being ISO'd. But because you can't parry the attack or counter the attack with this system if you're not an ISO, you basically have to
まだ
absorb
前がい
pressure.
たか。
But if you're absorbing pressure from multiple enemies, you basically are stuck having to fight back with guard skills.
どうしたんだ？
あっちにすごく強いやつが。あれ、親玉かも。
This bitch is about to betray me.
親玉。
全然歯が立たなくて、私は逃げれたんだけど、みんな死にかけてて。
Don't you believe this whore? Her hair is red and pink. It's two-toned. Two-toned. Two-tone hair means damsel trying to betray you.
任せろ。
Oh, even worse, three-tone. It's black in the back and pink and red in the front. See? 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 And she just disappeared. It's a trap.
怖いか。ここまで来てそりゃないか。この世界では弱いやつはやられる。それだけだ。シンプルでいい。今のうちに回復しておけよ。責任は取れない。
More money. Now an SP potion.
より
任せろ。ここだな。
Gradual restoration field. Heals a significant amount. Has to be charged by doing damage in combat. Meter is based on the tool, of the weapon. Decent duration. Does he live? Can it be buffed? These are the questions that live in the back of my mind.
Oh.
Another save point. Removing and 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 removing. People still haven't shown up.
あそこか？いかにもだな。何が出たってやるだけ。遺産が楽しみだ。
And for murder.
彼女は
These pillars are
生
gonna
き
be
残り
destroyed.
か？静かだな。
Forcing me, making
Oi,
me walk slowly
Daijoubu?
into the fucking quest flag. Character pops into the area
あんたの
randomly.
仲間に聞いてきた。他のやつは？そうか。ところで敵は？親玉はどこに？
それより薬はないの？薬がないと私もう。
よけろ！
What did I tell you?
ルールの範囲内だろ。システムが許してんだからさ。
まさか
The two of you, player killers.
初めてよ。私たちの攻撃を避けた人、褒めてあげる。
許されることじゃないぞ。
ごめん、七星さん。外しちゃった。でもこいつらゴーレム倒してたし、いいもの持ってるかもです。
リスクを冒すことはないわ。あれにはがっかりしたけど、まあ稼げたし、アイテムも取れ高もね。お前らはこいつと遊んでな。
何しやがった。おい、
そっちの子は好みかな。また会えたら頭を撫でてやるよ。
What did she say?
でもそうなったら私がその頭を潰してあげるね。じゃあねー。
待て。ああいう汚い連中、虫唾が走る。
Please. Sounds out of sync. Is that a naked mole rat? It is a naked mole rat.
こいつが親玉か。倒すぞ。他に道はない。始まるぞ。気合い入れなきゃな。
My natural gamer instincts keeps telling me that certain attacks are not counterable. I don't know what that means, game. Apparently what it means is he doesn't die. comes my first example of exactly my break about the And another health bar. Die now? Please? Oh, we gotta have cinematic cutscenes to separately hack. Like, the cinematic graphics are okay, but it's like, can I do it myself? Game, please?
よしソロだったらやられてたよあんたがいてよかったしかしさっきのやつら本当に最低だあんたの仲間はきっと PK でとにかく災難だったなおなんだ
Oh, Nanda, Tossica you. Oh, I went into a dungeon looking for loot,
遺産か
and I found loot. I can't believe it. Sacred trees memories.
生体樹の記憶これどうやって使うんだはあ武器や防具を期待してたのによくわからない結晶なんてあでも本番でわかるかもなまあいいまずはここを出ようあそこから行けないか
Or you could touch the crystal on the altar in the instance and possibly leave. That's also a choice, Iori.
ほっそれにしても何もかもが恐ろしくリアルだな
You're playing a VR MMORPG,
本当
bro.
に死ぬかと思っ
What do
た
you mean?
実際初めてやられた時は動悸や冷や汗が止まらなかったよでもそう思うのは生きてるって感じてるからだろうな
Message!
誰も知らない場所を探検して大物を倒して宝を見つけてこんな気持ち他じゃ味わえない
In video games.
面倒なしがらみがないのもいいな本当の自分を出せてる気がする自分を出しすぎた結果ソロになったけどなおかげで大した結果が出せなかったやっぱりパーティーの方が有利だもんなあんたの仲間たちだってもうとっくにしぶろどってるだろう後で連絡してみたしかしいやらしいクエストだったなハイエルフの遺跡は他にもあるらしいがどこもソロは厳しいだろうなあでもたった一人ソロでクリアしたやつの噂を聞いた確かカルって名前だスミレ色の装備がトレードマークで剣技が凄まじいらしいあとソロといえば最強って噂のキリトか最前線で戦って発想まで進んだってここには来てないようだがメジャーなクエストは全部クリアしてたっぽい今回はたった1000人なのにいろんな奴がいるもんだ
So that answers your question. It is a character story happening inside the world of Sword Art Online after the events of the anime.
おお、宝箱があるぞ。
Money. Why did you try to make me walk all that way? Why didn't you automatically collect my inventory? Da-da-da-da-da-da.
お、見ろ、宝箱だぞ。お、
More money. 3,000 coal. How fun. Walking, walking,
出口が見えてきたぞ。
walking, 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 more walking, more walking, more walking.
なんとか無事につけたな。これでこの遺跡クエストも終わりか。ちょっと名残惜しいな。よかったらフレンド登録しないか。さっきも言ったけど、俺は別にソロプレイがしたかったわけじゃない。最初はパーティーを組んでたんだ。ただ俺、熱中すると本気になりすぎるとこがあって、何度も仲間にうざがられたんだよな。遊びなんだからって惹かれたり、意見が合わなかったり、真剣にやるほど惹かれて、メッセージをブロックされて、フレンドも外されて。でもあんたとはいい感じでプレイできた。もっと早く出会えてたらなんて思ったよ。だからぜひフレンド登録してほしい。
Just like me, for real, for real. You can always use
よ
more
かっ
heal
た。
stuff in the party.
じゃあ申請するぞ。これでまた一緒に冒険できるな。何かあればいつでも呼び出してくれ。さあ、そこのターミナルがゴールだ。起動させよう。
And still walking. This has all been a part of the prologue. All of this has been prologue. And thus we get our fourth cinematic shot of the overcast. Hey, you guys do know that those pink hairs are still behind you, right?
やっぱりそう感じるよな。それはきっとこの世界そのものが生きてるから。
Knock him off the cliff, 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 knock them off the cliff.
時間がもったいないし帰ろう。ベータテスト終了まであと少し。それまでは目いっぱい堪能するつもりだ。このアインクラッドをさ。
And now you'll be forced to go to the cutscene. More cutscenes. Congratulations! You cleared the quest. Welcome to Sword Art Online. Visit the county beginnings for the first time. Look, you acquired growth points and 3 copies of a short sword. I stand corrected. 6,000 coal. Items were sent to your chest, and coal's been added to your funds. Downing enemies. If you keep attacking an enemy, they may drop down into their knees and give you that sloppy toppy. It's a great time to crush attack, as normal attacks from maces and 2 hands will ensure that opponents are swiftly downed. If an enemy's behavior changes when the enemy counterattacks and stops reacting to attacks, it's a sign that it's about to counterattack. Watch out! It's important to find a way if you feel like you're in danger, but enemies will typically pursue you wherever you go. You know, here's the thing about cutscenes and tooltips in item screens and transitions. I can literally see the game struggling to load the next cutscene. Let it be played on a static timer. Don't make me flick through them.
やっぱりホームは落ち着く。ここに戻るたびに初めてログインした時を思い出すよ。世界初の VRMMORPG。どんなものかと期待して入ったら想像を超えてた。ナーブギアが脳幹とリンクしてるからかな。今までの VR とはリアルさが桁違いだ。ほら、みんな夢中だよ。
もうこんな時間か。課題やってないし落ちなきゃ。
私も。でも最後にもう一つクエやらない？
祖母が青イノシシに襲われて怪我をして5体退治してもらえませんか？
任せてくれ。
ありがとう。待ってます。
正式サービスが始まったらプレイヤーは1万人になるって話だ。
10K players
賑
is
や
not
か
a
に
lot
な
of
るだろ
people.
うし、実装エリアも増えて熱くなるぞ。ところで遺跡でいろいろアイテムを入手したよな。一度整理した方がいいだろう。宿屋はどこか決めてるのか？その様子じゃまだみたいだな。でも大丈夫。おすすめ
What's the
の穴
point
場
of
があ
giving
る。
me an option
まだ
if
ギ
literally
リ
my
空いてる
character
かも。
doesn't have a choice? The illusion of choice.
案内する。ついてきな。
Time for more forced camera walking. I'm not allowed to discover and explore. Main terminal. Chest. Smithy. Item seller. Vend NPCs. Other. They won't let me explore. I wanna go touch shit, but they won't let me. Why does that motherfucker move at the speed of a goddamn lightning bolt? Still feels like it's too loud. And I'm gonna go over this way because that's where the smithy is. You know what I find hysterical? I find it hysterical that when CyberConnect 2 announces that they're going to be returning to the .hack franchise, that somebody decides to try and basically encroach on their territory immediately. How to hit him in overloader techniques in an association with use of publication and anything them to resource safety.
Oh, 地上の人かい。
My
今日はどう
Smithy
する？
Black. What is the meaning of this? My Smithy isn't supposed to be black? Grants bonus damage based on attack from final hit of normal attacks and consumes SP. Grants bonus damage based on attack both jump attacks and sprint attacks. Rapier. After activating the sword skill, bonus damage on attack when the attack is dealt 3 times in set duration, restore stamina. Increase spirit threat speed temporarily after activating a short skill. Inflict bonus damage skills with agility when damage is dealt 3 times in short duration. Increase attack temporarily when an enemy is downed. Reduce maximum stamina. Grant bonus damage on attack to final hit of normal attack combos. Increase the set damage of the next sword skill used. Increase the damage of the next attack temporarily after dealing damage with crush attack. Increase damage down enemies. Increase the down rate of normal attacks. Grant bonus damage based on strength for final hit of normal attack combos. And you Iron Ingot, Crude Weapon Fragment, and Iron Chunk. Shit! Equipped and finish. Bronze Axe equipped. I don't have enough coal materials to make this item. I don't have enough coal materials to make this item. Increases normal attack speed. Yes. Revenge Guards equipped. Now I probably don't have enough for bodies. No, I do. Increase the invincibility window when dodging increases the damage of dodge slashes. Don't mind if I do. I'm put it on too. Do we have enough to fit the boots? Or rather the shield? Not enough coal? Or items? It's the chunks. Increase parry slashes and temporarily increase defense after one is used. Syntheses. Combine two items in the next mods into one weapon. Weapon proficiency, power down. Not use a weapon with no X mod as material. How about these ones? X5, extra damage, damage taken, infliction, SP, experience gain, healing crystal recovery, coal acquired, stamina. Go into this one. You. Burn places. Short serve, turn the material you lost. Yes. Very nice. This one's fine, because it's just a good sword. And then all these are empty. I made this one. Use unarmed weapons and typical steel to upgrade the weapons. I am coming, buzzing down, whizzing, buzzing the shore. 57.9, and I still have money.
またおいで。
Now I go to the item seller. Can I equip these at any time? Allegedly, no. I guess I have to go to an inn to change loadouts. Yay. Axe skills. Slam the ground, cause a sword strike while dealing 200 plus 200% of damage dealt. And it does knockback, apparently. Can't swing it in town. And bring it around town. Bring it around town. Come on,
いらっしゃい、
come on,
冒険者さん。
ladies and healers.
何にする？
So, to make a healing potion, we require a creeper leaf and weapon fellow. To make a throwing stone, to get attention, we'll need clay, which we have lots of. Change my evasion to teleportation for 30 seconds and be activated in the air, allowing people to jump over chasms with Sacred Dome. A bomb stone to cause a bomb to destroy brittle walls, which we would definitely be making some of. Red link talismans for the same reason. Let's do only 2, because that's as many as I can make. And then let's see what we can buy off here. Billy potion, bomb ship, mines, goodness talisman, illuminating the area so that you can explore in dark caves, blind the enemy with surrounding effects. That's 5 of these. Two. The gamer in me tells me to buy this antidote now before I need it, before I start bleeding to death. Mines, exploding triggered, dealing 200 plus 100% of attack and 500 of intelligence of damage, automatically detonating after a set duration. I want to experiment with that. Let's do green.
また来てくれな。
And now we go to the end. Why are they so spread apart?
ここがその宿屋だ。どうだ ?1 階は酒場で2階が客室。いかにも冒険者の宿って感じでワクワクするだろ。一人泊まれる？
ちょうど一部屋残ってるわ。
Am I doing
2
hard
階に上
mode?
が
Prepare
って
for death
すぐ
mode.
手前の部屋よ。
Yes.
よかったな。空いてたぞ。2階だ。チェックインしてこいよ。机の上にあるオーブに触るだけで OK だ。
Let's touch the orb. Touch the orb. Touch the orb. Uh-huh. 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 Alright. We've got stamina, we've got endurance and vitality, we've got SP, we've got strength, we've got dex, we've got agility, we've got int. Intelligence affects money and it affects experience. Agility affects attack speeds and invincibility windows and sprint speed. Dex controls perfect parry opportunities. That's a really bad stat. Please, people, learn the mistake from Marathon. Do not put parry chance opportunities in a game where everything should be equalized. Make it skill-based. You can get an item that increases the window, and it takes an inventory slot. Don't put the fucking modifier as a stat. Doesn't matter, Carl. It's a single-player game. I'm pretty sure this game has multiplayer. The point still stands. Attack obviously affects both attack and defense, but it also affects down rate. Mind affects SP and consumption. Endurance affects stamina and consumption. And Vitality affects HP and its healing potential. As I am now using an axe, I'm going to put points into strength. Fortunately, it makes it pretty obvious that you need to be getting towards breakpoints. So it's not like you're just going to put the stacks into one thing and one thing alone. I looked at this equipment. Couldn't get a new jacket. Cannot equip a shield with this axe, which means I can't guard? Question mark? Pouch items. Cannot get any more in your pouch as this exceeds the limit on items that can be taken on a quest. Chest items, pouch items. Put in chest. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cannot put any more in your pouch as this exceeds the limit you take on quests. So the number is 4. I don't need SP. We're going to use this to destroy walls. So I need to change your weapon. You have a short sword. Can I equip you with different short swords? Yes, I can. So what I will do is I will make you equip this one. And this will be mine. Appears I can lock it. So it doesn't get consumed. This register is my personal room. Now, I have access to the database. World items, equipment, watches, characters. Essential golems, warden, blah blah blah. Demi-humans. World. Association of blacksmiths. Time is clicked. Items. Characters. Starting with Iori. With meat. Starting with basically the copy of the same sword. And images of the weapons. I imagine that's not going to be useful for now. Namely, for now. Now, the game is satisfied. You cannot warp during an event. Now, try to warp.
ここに入るのを見かけて追いかけてきたんです。さっ
きはやられちゃってごめんね。てか聞いてよ。私ら PK されたの七星ってプレイヤー。
あの人、確か炎上系のゲーム実況者です。僕らがやられる動画を公開して笑い物にするんですよ。雑魚を殺してみたとか言って。
ほんと最悪。
Antagonizing players for views.
でも、
What does that sound like,
本当に
Jack?
すみません。パーティー組んだばっかりだったのに一人にさせちゃって。
Oh my god. We can't avoid it. No matter what you do, you cannot avoid the fucking stereotype. Even the game is abusing it.
僕はワイズマンです。あなたは？
イオリだ。あんたらがやられた後、彼と偶然出会った。
じゃあ、あなたも PK されちゃった？
いや、俺らはしのいだ。
すごいですね。
逆に捕まえようとしたんだが逃げられてな。
捕まえようとした？
嘘でしょ？
本当だ。遺跡もクリアしたし。
はあ？
二人で？ありえません。
いや、そう言われてもなあ。
すっご。
そ 心者なのに素質あるんですね。
つか、それじゃあリーダーぶってたクラーク恥ずかしすぎじゃん。彼ね、ベータテストはもうできないんだって。急な仕事が入ったって落ちちゃってさ。すまなそうにしてたけどデートもしばらく無理だって。
社会人って辛いですね。
でも正式サービス初日には絶対戻るってやる気満々だったよ。七星たちにやられっぱなしじゃ終われないって。私らも今度会ったら返り討ちにしようって装備整えるところだったの。
そうだ、いおりさん。よかったらその人に町の施設を教えてあげてもらえませんか？僕たちが教える予定だったんですけど、今サーユが言った通りやることあって。
I got my ass beat inside of a dungeon, and now we have to go get my lick back. I gotta get my lick back. I gotta get my lick back, Batman.
助かります。
There are rules against ore farming,
いつでも
Batman.
呼んでください。
You can't just let me get my ass whooped in a dungeon. Help me, Bats. Help me.
楽しそうな奴らだな。それじゃ行こうか。まずは鍛冶屋だな。その装備ベータ当選の特典だろ。まあまあ強いが、だからこそ俺的には初心者にはおすすめできない。本来の実力以上のものがあると錯覚しちまうっていうか、どんなゲームにも初心者向きってのがあるからな。ここは始まりの街だけど、そういう装備も手に入りやすい。まあ魔法のない SAO じゃ何はともあれ武器と防具に気を使えってわけだ。ついてきてくれ。
And now the game forces me to go to a place I just came from. Oh, we got perfect dodges too? Well, let me get a looky little at tutorial there, good buddy. Yes, the Kirito button. So this is the explanation for how to dodge while we're not using a shield. Dodging without shield equipped right before an enemy attack lands. Successfully performing a perfect dodge will recover a set amount of stamina. Attacks that can be perfect dodged differ between enemies. That's gonna definitely take some time to master.
This is the鍛冶屋だ。装備品は集めた素材でクラフトするかクエストで手に入れるしかない。話しかけてみな。
So many goddamn cutscenes. I figured all this out on my own. Speak with this.
お、あんた地上人だね。広いこの町にはいろいろな鍛冶職人がいる。でもね、あんたら地上人の装備を作れるのは長い年月をかけてその技術を受け継いできた私たちしかいないのさ。さあ、今日はどうするんだい？
Black people have those?
またおいで。
どうだった？特に武器の強化と合成は強くなるためには絶対に欠かせない。よく覚えておくといいぞ。次は道具屋に行こう。こっちだ。
And now we run to the item seller? No way! However, let's guard Nori. passives on ability. Figure that one out. Cannot use a shield. Dodge control. Obviously. Cannot use a shield. Dodge control. Can be used with a shield. Cannot be used with a shield. Can be used with a shield. Can be used with a shield. Can only be used with weapons. With shield equipped, you're very packed. You're about to control. Shield compatible type weapons are used without a shield. The dodge step allows more effective evasion. Cardinal rank. The cardinal system governs the game's overall balance. As its rank increases, new items can be forged at the smithy and enhanced further. The item seller offers new items for buying craft. The monsters begin dropping a wider range of route. In addition, the maximum level of enemies will increase. The cardinal rank will naturally rise as you progress in the main quest and reach new towns. They're doing the loot level, but instead of the game method of loot level, it's instead going to go up as you continue to play through the game naturally. So, more like Monster Hunter. That's acceptable. Sir, you've only showed me things that I've already discovered. I'm going to start skipping your dialogue. That black guy looks weird. Yuri, I'm begging you.
ついでに便利な機能も教えとく。街の中でこのコマンドを使えば瞬時にお目当ての施設まで移動できるんだ。やってみな。
Hey, game! Why didn't you let us do that in the first fucking play? Well, we had to walk you to the aggression point so you could see what the object was like. No! Stop it! Why didn't you let me do this earlier? Mendokusei.
改めてこれがメインターミナルだ。これみたいに各層にある一番大きな町、シュガイクのでっかいやつは天異門とも呼ばれてるな。クエストはここから出発する。実はやりかけのクエストがあるんだ。それで試してみないか。
Cutscene in, please.
よし、それじゃあ。
Cutscene in, please.
今クエストにあんたを登録した。準備が良ければターミナルにアクセスし、俺の依頼を受けてみてくれ。
Support item pack has been added. You can claim the following items in the chest. Lots of shit for free. Accept this request. You are eating straight eggs, no bacon. The fuck are you doing? Yori, a player encountering the ruins, outlines the basics of SAO before asking the protagonist for help with an unfinished quest. Cuckoo, 27 months. The game has inundated me with never-ending cutscenes. And now, I'm gonna step out the room for 5 minutes to go do my job. I'll be right back. once again, another day, another dollar. The original plans I had for today ultimately destroyed. My plans ruined. No cake. No eating the cake. No touching the cake. Okay. I have to assume that this is a lobby-based situation. So it's going to be a combination of the game deciding to tell me when I can and when I can't do what I want. So if I want to go out into the world, I have to basically have a quest to go on. That's how I'm imagining it works. Some enemy attacks are preempted by a yellow globe for activation. These are danger attacks. These cannot be guarded against. Hey game, you know when it's a good time for you to teach the difference between those things? In the fuck... Why am I yelling? In the fucking tutorial you just made me play through. Some things remain the same, some things will always be the same and never change. Anime games will never, ever, ever make sure that you understand all the rules of play.
と、まあ、こんな感じだな。ここからはクエストエリアだ。道中にあるセーフティーエリアやワープターミナルをアクティベートしておけば、それぞれの間を瞬時に移動することもできる。どうだ？簡単だろ？それじゃあ今回の目的だが、早速北西にあるセーフティーエリアのアクティベートだ。それほど強い敵は出てこないと思うが、油断はなしでな。
proficiency level of a weapon increases with long use. Each weapon type has its own proficiency level that increases with weapon XP earned by defeating enemies reaches a certain threshold. As your weapon proficiencies increase, you can learn new sword skills or even level up those things that you already know. Do you wish to hide the button guide? No.
Yoshi, 出発だ!
Button guides are good. Button guides are important because it reminds people what does what.
そうだ。
They should damn right be mandatory.
何も映ってないだろう？フィールドではマッピングをしないとマップが見られないんだ。マッピングはそのエリアにあるセーフティーエリアをアクティベートすれば自動でされる。未開のエリアじゃセーフティーエリアの目印は青い光の柱だけ。どうやってそこにたどり着けばいいのか、それを考えながら冒険するってのが探索の醍醐味ってわけだ。とはいえヒントがないわけでもない。地面をよく見たら道が敷かれてることがある。それをたどればいずれはって感じだな。さあ、そろそろ集中していこう。
Overworld experience. Little pillars of light. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. I am a real RPG player. I go in the opposite direction of the exploration always. Now where'd that boar go? That's right, little piggy. Come here, little piggy. Alright. Give me your ass. I'm eating ham hocks tonight! Chained by Wild Edge, which is an ass, I assume. And that is the boar walking towards me. It's also behind me. Come on. Somehow that's supposed to count. And it doesn't feel like it does. But I was touched. You are running out of bounds. Return to the quest area. What is the point of designing all this fucking flora and fauna if you're gonna bind me to a fucking wall? Come on! What's the point of designing an open world if you're going to bound people to a skybox? Let me live! Let me live! It's repugnant. I can't believe you did this to me. That's that. No, get back up there. Fuck. I have to fall down. I fell down. Ow.
Yori!
任せろ。こういうのが地味に生きる。
as I think about it, is there a tutorial about weapon strengths? Swords. Swords. Yes, there is. That's gonna come in handy. I fell down and I must get up.
Miro, board.
I fell down and I must get up. That's bad lag.
これで片付いたな。
That one's different. Ow. Ow.
フリーで戦おう。
分かった。こっちは任せてくれ。いや。一気。終わったな。
So they only give you 2 potions, not 3.
スイッチで行こ
う。了解だ。公園に着く。敵だ。ボアタイプだな。
I was hoping I could change that. I didn't do it right. I have to hold down the button, right? There's a pig behind me.
フリーで戦おう。
分かった。こっちは任せてくれ。
You're always tearing his ass up. With points, yes, yes, or no, yes, yes, or no, yes, yes, or no. Now, because of my HP, I'm forced to walk towards the save point to replenish my healing.
Switch で行こう。
Falling in deep water. There are many treacherous heights and deep pools in Aincrad. Should you take the tumble and go under, you will just be returned to your original location. Don't be scared if you're over the edge. That sounds a lot more like we will rescue you from mistakes that should automatically kill you. That's what happens in a Dark Souls game. Don't baby me. Make me learn consequences.
あれくらいならいい練習だ。
フリーで戦おう。
分かった。こっちは任せてくれ。おっはっ。危なかったが無事終われてよかった。
Let's get real low. Carl, shouldn't you use a potion before you die? Well, if there wasn't a bunch of enemies that was in front of me, I would have sooner. Or I wouldn't have sooner. But because there's a bunch of enemies in front of me, I'm going to be forced to press the button. Ow. Very nice. And that, children, is why potions are not just for looks. They're for use. Don't forget to press those fucking buttons. Plains of Fortune. Safe areas map for your current area will be revealed after activating its safe area. So, the same mapping that almost every single major publicated game has done for the last 4 years? Okay. Selecting teleport at safe area allows you to instantly travel between safe areas and warp terminals. They also heal you, update your checkpoint, and respawn all non-boss enemies, as if you've taken a rest. By selecting Return to Town, you can abandon your current quest and return to the last time you visited. Are you... Cave area. Game is not... Okay, there we go. Automatically scrolling. Let's see. And then you update with a bunch of chest icons. Got a chest there, 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 got a chest there. A pathway that goes across the bridge, so I'm not allowed to cross because you don't like me having fun. Ah, I have to hold it down. Let's see. So I can have multiple pouch slot items. I just have to select them and put them in there naturally. I'm pretty sure I read that when I was holding it down, but actually having to do it in practice is different than, you know, properly paying attention. What a wake-up attack. What a wake-up attack. attack even. That is every state. I'm pretty sure you probably should not let that enemy be respawnable because that's power farming an item. Also, Carl, stop being dog shit. You just use both your healing in one instance. Twist Tower. The fact that they allow you to have interactables in the zone, but they don't give you full exploration of said zone, outside of a handful of particular landmarks that they have pre-planned for you to touch, makes me even more angry. Even more angry. And I should assume that every boss monster is really around the chest, no? I should be using the waypoint feature.
Oh, Miro!
Soldier's mail blueprint. Oh, that's cute. Boring jolt. Can I equip it? Yes, I can. Lunge your blade forwards with a piercing crush attack. So it's like a stab. Okay. The other one's got a lot of wake up, that one does not have a lot of wake up. Or rather, I should use start up. Using wrong words. So are we going to be dealing with the whole, every single item equip is going to be inside of a chest? Therefore, I have to open all chests and forcibly eliminate this for the area that you made me have to stay inside the guard lines of? Because it seems like that's what you're gonna do to me. But frankly, this is gay. This seems fucking gay. On Mr. Pickle. Heals the entire party. Got a new knife. Got a new axe. stone. Big green, big green, big green. In that direction. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I'm really not a fan of that. If I'm gonna compare anything in the VR MMO genre that is meant to be that's supposed to become a simulation, single player and or multiplayer lobby-based RPG, I expect that lobby-based RPG experience to simulate the actual parts of the game that matter, which is exploration of the map and learning of the map, as much as because it's like one thing to explore an overworld and discover secrets, right? If I come across an enemy that can really rip my shit, then that enemy should be common enough, or it's rare because it's supposed to be rare enough to be considered a logistical threat that I have to rethink how I approach. Why limit my ability to explore the map if in that situational case the reason why I'm being limited is so that you can be able to corral my movement anyways? Know what I mean? It just doesn't make logistical sense to me. Not as a developer and a designer. Is this the first time I get to blow apart worlds? I think it is. Let me use this bomb stone. And now I need more bomb stone. Ow. Case example. Hey game, why did you butt fuck me with an enemy behind an obstacle that I could not see from a distance? Well, you see, we wouldn't expect you to go. No. That was on purpose. That was purposeful. That was a purposeful monster closet. That was a monster closet designed to fuck me. You designed that area to fuck me. Well, I guess you shouldn't have used all your healing. That's a fair point, game. But you also know what's also a fair point? Why the fuck did you plan that encounter like that? It's very gay. 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 And I missed it. Woo, you can chain combo them. And let's hope that they save the items that I had on me. Also, if I was playing Death Game, my file would have ended right there, and I would have been very, very pissed off about it. Regardless. Layers. Layers, layers, layers. Layers, layers, layers. because technically that opportunity that would have been provided by that opportunity came from me thinking ahead, saying, this object seems like it'll be important. Let me buy some bombs for it. Then I bombed it open, because I didn't find a bomb in the field. And then my immediate reward for my curiosity is effectively wolfing ass. It's just not cool. I don't know what it is about the two-handed and or shieldless dodge parry, but it just feels wrong. And it better not have took away my open door, because since I died, the zone reset, so now I have to open it with another bomb. Better not have done that. From this angle, I can come from over here, and the reward is that, well, you drop down, and you got to a place you're not supposed to be. But hey, if you drop down from places you're not supposed to go, well, guess what? Fuck you! We don't want you coming from this way! Ah! Stupid asshole! Now you gotta go get a bomb! Or you can't explore the zone. I quote again the bard Ted Lasso. Live! Let me live! Ow. That one actually felt intuitive. Real longsword. Like, there's lots of little itty-bitty things that if you're gonna make a game with this design, you just can't fuck it up. And, like, some of the basic things are fucked up. And again, I am using a weapon that does not have parry capabilities. So if I fail to dodge using the standard that they have taught me, then it's my fault. But it's not my fault if the enemy's not directly staring at me in focus. It's really hard to describe the bullshit. Oh, cool. We got an enemy standing at the top too. Oh, it has range. Paralysis build up. Did you glitch him out on the rocks, bro? Yes, you did. Boy, this is a... Well, it's definitely a Bandai Namco name. Let's start there. It is definitely a Bandai Namco. And more weapons. Air free shit. Don't believe my words, ladies and gentlemen. Believe the evidence of your eyes and ears. Maybe it gets better as you play more of it, but man, this feels unacceptably clunky. Ah, another fucking blueprint. So yes, they are going to make me explore to discover opportunities and designables and buildables. Yeah, okay. Mr. Crystal, the ring. A blink tower twins. Strange motivations, teleportation. And me allowed to jump over chasms. See, this drop doesn't kill me, but the other drop would kill me. That's bullshit. Okay. For now, it is what it is. Just accept the game wants me to be weak. And that I have to earn the right to be strong. I'm pretty sure it will reset me if I drop that high. Walking in the opposite direction. Equipment. I am at least accruing iron chunks, because I'm going to need it to craft shit, but I'm pretty sure these weapons that they're dropping are probably going to be, like, overly busted. So more than likely I'll have to craft them into the weapon I made. The main issue that I have is the enemies in Stagger. There will be times where it will feel like they hit me like a radioactive Nerf gun, and other times like cannonball. Yes! That's definitely the problem that I have with them. Uh-huh. and a real drop that would barely hurt my shins. It's like, there's no real proper gauge for how much damage they're supposed to do to you. And even though they're supposed to be at accurate level, and we are keeping in mind that I am playing on a higher difficulty, purposefully, it doesn't feel like the kind of difficulty people are accustomed to. Ow. It doesn't feel like the difficulty of something that actually feels like it's supposed to be hitting me like a freight train. There's the bomb stone that probably could have been used to open up the door. There's a case example of exactly the kind of damage we're talking about again. With how quickly they can ambush you and how quickly it can overwhelm you, it's fake difficulty. Fake is a bad word to call it, but manufactured difficulty is definitely a word that should belong in the conversation. The encounter's difficulty is manufactured to be harder than it actually should feel like it should be at this level. Because as I've been killing them, their level has been matching my level. When in reality, their difficulty and their level should be matching the difficulty and the level in which I should be accruing them at. That is not how that is occurring. They are staying at level with me, and I'm dealing more damage to them, but it does not feel like the damage is earned. And as the damage does not feel earned from the enemy, I feel like I'm basically getting punished for the crime of being near the enemy and existing next to the enemy. Now, assuming that Iori's party is a choice, and that I can choose to be alone and do my own quests, or he's forced upon me as the beginning NPC for party, he comes with healing, so sustained combat doesn't immediately fuck you, and going to a checkpoint and clearing an area slowly doesn't immediately fuck you, but it doesn't feel like you're really being allowed to explore the zone without consequence. Like you're fighting tooth and nail for every single respawn, the same way that you would inside of Elden Ring. Because it's Dark Souls spawning, that's all it is. Now, there's nothing wrong with having that kind of system, but you definitely should actually probably choose something that feels a lot more fair. You know what feels fair with that kind of spawn system? Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Because it's Breath of Light. It's Breath of Light respawning. Instead of doing that, and having the difficulty feel like it's earned, instead, the game's like, here's 5 to 7 enemies in an area. They're all going to come at you at once, and they're going to see you before you see them. No sneak attack. Good luck. Also, this random one is a boss. It's going to respawn every time you walk in this zone. Good luck. Also, the resources in this area are going to be necessary for you to farm. Good luck. Now, it's possible for your partner to basically fucking man mode solo them, as he clearly is doing with the sword that I crafted. But it feels like, hey, why do I feel like I'm the partner here, and he's the main character? Just it's similar to the conversation that I had last night. I'm out of bounds again. It's similar to the conversation that I had last night about the things that I was complaining about in the films that we watched. Yes, game, I got it. I'm out of bounds. I'm trying to climb as far on the rocks in bounds as I can. Can I do that? Since it's very clear it's on the edge of this ridge. It's much like things that I was nitpicking. Purposefully. Yes, game. Sorry, game. I went out of bounds, game. How dare I do that in a game where you designed all of this luscious green area to stand on, game. It's like what I was complaining about last night with movies that we watched. Like, outside of nitpicking a B movie that is designed to be campy, that is just me intentionally saying, okay, I'm going to nitpick this because I don't like how they did it. I think I could write this better. In this situation, much like with Brand New Day, this is one of those instances where it's like, hey game, can I be allowed to play now? Can I play now? Now can I play it? Am I allowed to experience joy and whimsy? No? You decided I'm not allowed to? Well, shucks. Here I thought I bought a game that was designed to be played, not watched. I did it! I parkoured! And now there's enemies out of bounds. Now we gotta drag the enemy back into bounds. But yeah, definitely put this one in the fucking category of bullshit that shouldn't happen. I'd also hate to say, namely because I have not experienced enough of it yet, but I feel like I'm getting more than enough of my fill. It feels like the combat system is wrong. Like, my enemy should not be running at me, and I have to be like, is this an attack that I can press X against? And stand there like a fucking deer in headlights, hoping that my reactions are faster. That enemy is still in combat with me. Legend says they will still be in combat with me when I walk into this next area section. Again, it's just repugnant. Especially the stagger states and multi-combat. Because I've gone up in level again. They've gone up in level again. And there's my partner, casually soloing enemies that give me trouble. Bad dodge. And he just casually solos them, and then he's fucking fine. Aww.
イノシシがいるな。よし、ここから立て直す。
I can almost bet you money that the other SAO anime games, including the ones that I bought alongside this, Factured Daydream, I downloaded them last night after watching movies. I can bet you that its combat system doesn't play anywhere near like this. Because those ones are actually PSO2 ARPG lobby and I can bet money that it's not so bad.
よし、倒した。終わったな。あれくらいならいい練習台だな。
No point going anywhere else. Chest won't appear until I go to the zone.
スイッチで行こう。
攻め続けろ。
スイッチ。
分かった。そうか、スイッチ頼む。分かった。おりゃ。少ししんどいかな。分かった。一緒に行くぞ。
And now, what was the difference between that one being a boss and the other ones not being bosses?
よし、ここから立て直す。
より
任せろ。
Because I gotta tell you, I don't know what the
こう
difference
いう
is.
のが地味に生きる。終わったな。あっはい。宝箱。開けるだろ。これで片付いたな。
Star's not here yet. And I'm not sure I'm supposed to be this high level. If this quest is supposed to make me this high level, then I suppose that's good planning. If it's not supposed to make me this high level, and this is a consequence of my difficulty, the game should clearly tell me what the consequences of my difficulty are, and what benefits and negatives it provides me. And he just fucking slows the guy with a single hit?
終わったな。ウルフタイプか。腕が鳴る。あっはい。
Just casually murdering them. He's not even on roam mode. He's just doing it on his
フリー
own.
で戦おう。
こっちは任せてくれ。あっはい。やったぞ。よし、倒した。あっはい。これで片付いたな。
Okay, that's a combo string. That's a combo string.
スイッチで行こう。
了解だ。公園に着く。
That's a decent combo string.
あっはい。あっはい。
終わったな。セーフティーエリア。これでひとまず安心だな。
how long it's gonna take her to get here. There's apparently something with a red icon. I do believe the game told me that that's the icon of the boss. No, that is a seal. What's the difference? Getting fucked by the camera? Do I get another skill? Yes, I do. Swing upwards for a medium range sword strike, dealing 340 plus 270% of damage to enemies and launching them in the air. Yes. How do you want me to get there? Deep chasm. Jump section. I assume I jump up. First I'm ready to single wall. And I fucking lift.
Go.
I'll go all the way over there, trying to solo enemies. Cabal. This looks like I jump up. No. I come to the other side. While I'm standing here. Maybe I need more time for it to grow on me. What do you think, Extra Pressure? That's my own fault. That was also my own fault.
こに行くぞ。
It really just feels like you just avoid the situation by just using attacks that put the enemy in a form of cutscene. Like, I'm not even joking when I say this. You have to be a cutscene merchant. You want to avoid opportunities to give them time to hit you, and they can't hit you if you're in a cutscene. So you just cutscene merchant the shit out of them. And that doesn't feel satisfying because it doesn't feel like you're playing the game correctly. If correctly means doing the dumb shit the game forced you to do through tutorial.
ダイヤウルフだ。あれくらいならいい練習台だな。はい。さあ。今だよ。おっさん。一匹。終わったな。あっはい。さあ。分かった。行くぞ。よし、倒した。これで片付いたな。任せろ。回復エリア張るぞ。
You played it. It's gonna really depend on the first boss. The first boss that's not the tutorial, I don't know.
イノシシがいるな。
Maybe the axe takes a bit of a learning curve to get used to. Maybe the weapon classes in general take proficiency skills to get the skills that allow you to be a cutscene, where it's a hard Carl, that allow you to be a cutscene merchant. I can tell you this much. If I did not have the partner, I would probably hate exploring this realm on this difficulty. But I can say, it's not because I think it feels like a chore. I think the problem is that I'm annoyed that the game keeps leashing me and not just letting me explore things myself. I got one piece of healing for this. Arcs. Sanctum, Fountain Crab that contain relics of ancient elven states. Defeating the guardian sealed away inside releases the berry seal connected to it. Opening passageways previously closed to you. And it's a boss. Ow. Timer's in the top right corner. Top left corner.
任せろ。こういうのが地味に生きる。分かっただ。
this feels like combat that I earned. Unfortunately, I'm out of stamina. Now give me a cutscene, merchant! You see what I mean? Like, when the skills do what they're supposed to do, and when you eventually, like, figure out whatever the fucking pattern is, because it is, at the end of the day, still a Souls-like. A clone of Souls-like. When the game divines to you whatever fucking shit it wants from you, and you feel like you're putting belt to ass, you feel like you've done the correct gameplay. And now, it feels, quote, fun. You notice a lot of the time whenever I talk about satisfaction, I never use words like fun, and that's because fun is a merchant itself. I should not even use the word fun because playing the game is supposed to be fun. Starts here. It's supposed to be fun naturally by its fucking self. So now, my reward is getting to come over here and touch this chest. And touching that chest was getting a new piece of armor. So that was supposed to be that difficult and hard. Was he doing as much damage to me as I was doing to him? Actually, I was. Well, we already talked about how broken the allies' damage is. So that doesn't require any deep dive, deep delve. And I've gained all of these experience points while I've been out here. And this zone cycles backwards to where I was supposed to go in the first place. And allegedly, I now open up a pathway that I couldn't go down before. Except I'm not seeing the pathway that I couldn't go down before being open. It looks more like I can now go down a path taking back to the main road, where this was an offshoot that told me to go off to the side. My point still stands. You could say, oh, well see, you were playing well that time, so that time it didn't feel shit. But, like, imagine the scenario. I came here prepared to take on encounters that probably would have been bullshit if I did not have the items and equipment that I have. Because I came prepared, I had poison. Because I came prepared and I learned how to do the combo system, I had healing to stand in the healing circle while being poisoned, so the net loss of health didn't exist. And then, after beating the shit out of the enemy and basically wailing on him with my open available skills, after using set skills that basically apparently were a direct counter to that enemy type, remember that in the future, when the enemy was like, now I'm gonna counterattack, I said, no you can't, and I played like a fucking cutscene merchant. So, we're the Roaring Knight, basically. Is it good? Is it bad? There's levels to it. And you're right, it's definitely not fucking Phantasy Star, bro. In fact, the older SAO Fatal Bullet did the open world section better. Still weird that they give your first mission where technically you already did your first mission in the prologue. Yep. I'm certain the game will tell me, oh, well, see, now that you've done all this, you can actually go back to town and teleport. But we don't want you to actually teleport away. We want you to do what we want you to do. Just levels. There's just levels to this shit. And it's an autosave system. I imagine. This is the main access point. I want to go over here. Now is not the time to log out. You won't let me go back to town, bro. So it's like they forced me here, basically. Unless I'm allowed to just walk away. Am I allowed to walk away? Can I go back to the town the hard way? Nope. So, you bring me to a zone. You tell me I'm not allowed to leave that zone. And if I didn't prepare before coming here, oh, well, I guess you're fucked. And they give you enough money. Because, like, the only choices are teleport out. Oh, wait. Here it is. Return to town. Have to hold down X. Yes. Let me suspend this quest. Thank you. Read, Carl! Read! Read, Carl! Read! But look at all this shit that I got. Look at all this shit that I got. For each weapon type, too. And some of them might be shit, some of them might be good, but look at all those minor chunks. It's like, if you're going to give me the freedom to do what I want, and I'm going to compare this to the level of Phantasy Star Online 2, let me leave zones, go back and re-equip shit, and see how stronger I can be when I can actually put points in shit, or let the points be auto-allocated by a stat array. So it's not a big deal. Fucking it's fucking ugh, man. Now, keep in mind, this is a Bandai Namco game, so I know exactly why it's designed this way. This is the consequence of fucking weebs that cannot, for their lives, understand how the games are intended to be played. Right? So there's like 4 types of people I'm thinking about right now. There's me and you. There's people like Marcus. There's people like Dimitri Monroe, because Dimitri Monroe does play the SAO games. I know he plays Fractured Daydream. And then there's the average hoodie. They force you to be held by the hand so that they let you hit all those little quest encounters, quest markers. Also, they can say, look, we told you how the game plays. Now you have the ability to do what you want. Meanwhile, from running start, because the game starts you off not with a normal difficulty screen, but very similar, which is probably another reason it's pissing me off. Similar to how they started you in Unbreakable. You are thrown into the game, and they're just like, this is it. This is the content. Have fun. But I think for me, my particular pet peeve is that in the limitation of seeing all this free shit that I'm grabbing and all this stuff that I'm using, I want to look at it. Even if I can't equip it yet, I want to look at it in my inventory. But I can't look at it in my inventory because the game decided I'm not allowed to look at it in my inventory yet. You aren't even in character customization until the later part. I mean, on one part, I was gonna be like baiting the base, because they start you off with a male protagonist. But even giving you a male protagonist, you're kind of just like there. You're just kind of like there. He's kind of just like there. And it's just kind of like whatever. Like, this character doesn't have a fucking identity. He doesn't feel like he does. Where's my second phone? Yeah, leave until I poop and I find my second phone. Ah, it's underneath my shit. That's why it is. Blah, 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 blah. Anyways. I'm more than certain this game, which I spent a lot of money on, is fun. Because I bought Fractured Daydream for $39.99 because it's 60% off. Which was a planned purchase I was planning to do in the first place anyways. Because they were selling the deluxe edition with the discount. So I basically saved like $60. But that's going to then cost me another $20 if I want the other side of that DLC character pack. Because I know that game is technically old at this point. And Echoes of Aincrad was released this year in July 7th to be exact. Because I played the demo, which is why I chose to buy the game. But there's, again, mouthfeel problems. There are some basic clandestine mouthfeel problems that I do not like, that are responsible for my distaste. I have to click it. Right. This doesn't work. Because I'm certain if I go here, and I just go into this stat line, and I put this to 10, and then I go to this stat line, and what? I put this one to, what? Parry, perfect dodge window, level 5. I put this to this. I'm certain that the number of my statistic increase is just going to feel amazing at this point. And we put some 10 points into HP as well. It's like, obviously, if you put more health, if you put more points into your health, you're gonna feel better. But then it's like, more attack, more defense, more attack, more defense, more sword skill damage, perfect parry dodge window, for the opportunity to apply said damage. Getting more sword skill damage at 10. Getting more parry perfection at 20. I'm not gonna go that high just yet. Getting 5 to 10 to get the extra HP on the modifier. And then extra stamina consumption, so that you don't feel like you're falling short. Extra mind SP production, or whatever else you want to fucking use. And then you go down to intelligence and you're just like, yeah, let me get that extra experience, let me get that extra status effect resistance, let me get that level 30 in breakpoint for getting another +1 carried item. Basic shit. Agility, same thing. Sprint speed attack. Normal attack. All this shit and more. Not even saying anything about the axe. So, here's what we got. Power down, Iron Will, attack damage. See, right there, right there. Right there. Right there. Already a broken axe, technically. It's just like, it somehow achieves the effect of being like those types of Korean MMO grinders, despite it feels like it's single player. Same. And yet, it makes you want to second guess everything you're doing. Anyways, I need to go to the store. I will be back within an hour or two. I want to be out forever. The level up system is basically nothing given from you towards a mono build, because why not level up Dex or Intelligence? See, I think the way to go is to just like level up whatever stat your weapon happens to be using, and level up Intelligence and level up Dexterity, and basically, since the stats are based on what the weapon does, and the items do a significant amount of damage with base stats plus a percentage of the extra damage based on Intelligence, why not just use the fucking items to murk the enemy? I hate Normies. Boy, do I fucking hate Normies. Anyways, I will see you all in an hour or two, and I will come back and play more with my plans today will work. Bye-bye. Bye. Goodbye.